Welcome to the AEW Dynamite post show for September 18th, 2024. It's your boy ABE from DET. And without further ado, let's just get into it. Even though it was all type of shenanigans from the learning tree, the show opens up with the help of the conglomerate Orange Cassidy getting the win over Chris Jericho. If you don't know, they have this long-standing feud over a jacket. Orange Cassidy dropping orange juice on the jacket, ruining the jacket. Jericho wanted his money back. Cassidy dumped $7,000 worth of coins in a Bentley last week to pay him back, and they are still fighting over it. Like I said before, I gave Jericho a lot of shit for the Hook feud. I didn't believe that he can elevate him, so I am going to hold my verdict on this feud until it's over. I'm not going to doubt this man again. Like I said, he's on my Mount Rushmore, so I have to give him faith. They are headed in some type of direction here. I believe it. But anyway, like I said, Cassidy gets the win over Jericho. We will see how this all plays out. But next up, Moxley, Pac, Claudio, and Marina give a chilling promo letting Wheeler Yuta know that he is upset and they know it. They're not mad at him. They understand. He's a big man. He can make his own decisions. But next week, they have a trios title match and they expect him to be there at Grand Slam to defend them. Next segment, though, we got Yuta leaving the arena. He gets interviewed. In his interview, he's already looking confused and shuffled, just like he was on Collision last week during his match. He doesn't know what to do right now. Should I be a babyface? Should I be a heel? There was even a attendee who brought his title to him like, hey, you left this in the locker room. Yuta is not himself. And clearly, he just saw a man get smothered and almost murdered by his teammates who's supposed to be their best friend, so he is confused. But the confusion doesn't stop him from being a fighter. He lets it be known. Next week, whether he is on the side of Moxley, Pac, Claudio, and Marina or not, he is a fighter. And he will be there to defend his trio title that he worked oh so hard to obtain. I'm really starting to like Wheeler Yuta. I like where they're headed with this. At the end of this whole storyline, there has to be a payoff. In all wrestling storylines, that's just the case. You're building up to something. And if you are building up for Wheeler Yuta to be a huge baby face, I'm on board for that. This kid, he had to work his way up. He was horrible on the mic. We already know what he can do in the ring. When he was the Ring of Honor pure champion, the man can go. But mic skills was lacking. But this right here is bringing emotion out of him, character out of him. They're developing. So I am liking this. And I really hope Wheeler Yuta makes the right choice, goes babyface, and becomes a mega AEW homegrown star. Another one. So he can get rid of this goddamn rumor that, oh, just WWE guys are making AEW great. No. If you are really watching this program, you will see clear as day. AEW has some high quality homegrown talent, and Wheeler Yuta is one of them. But speaking of homegrown talent, Taz's son Hook defeats JD Inc. No relation to JD McDonough, but he defeats him with the Undisputed Kingdom on the mic with his dad on commentary, disrespecting Hook right in front of him. Setting up the future match, though, against Roderick Strong and Hook for the FTW Championship. I don't think they announced when, but we know it's coming. We can see it coming a mile away. And like I said before, Roderick Strong is a legend when it comes to professional wrestling. This is exactly what Hook needs. Those reps, those in-ring experiences to elevate his game to the next level. And Roderick Strong is the guy to do it. Yes, cannot wait for that, 100%. But next up, Private Party. They announced they are the ones who will be challenging Claudio, Pac, and Yuta next week for the Trios Champion. They let Moxley know that they are pissed off with him. They're going to make him pay. And next week, they will have a surprise partner for their Trios Championship match against Moxley. Against Yuta, Claudio, and Pac. I love Private Party. They have been a pillar here in the tag team division in AEW since its inception. I really hope they can get off the ground with this storyline, get some momentum. I was upset that they didn't win the tag team gauntlet and Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher won it instead. They didn't need that match. Private Party needed that match. We need serious babyface tag teams here in AEW to make the division more legitimate. It's just crazy how just a few years ago we were talking about FTR, the Acclaim, the Bucks, the Lucha Bros, and how the tag team division was so stacked. And right now, I am an AEW mark. You all who watch the show know it, but I have got to be honest. AEW might have the worst tag team division right now. So Private Party, please elevate yourself and bring this division with you. Next up, though, Christian Cage is backstage declaring him and his son, Nick Wayne, will hold titles simultaneously. Then he makes Renee address him by his proper name, the next reigning, defending AEW World Champion, which she does. Next up, though, Kip Sabian, he's back there while the interview is happening. Christian Cage turns his attention to him. As you all know, he's been stalking Christian Cage the last few weeks. Kip Sabian's father died. Christian Cage is the patriarch, this sick son of a bitch. He goes on to say, I don't care if your dad is dead. Stay the hell away from me and my family, or I will put you in the dirt right next to him. Christian Cage is a goddamn menace, man. He is a menace to society, straight up. Anybody who is not watching what he's doing right now in AEW and declaring this his best work ever, you are absolutely crazy. He is killing it. He's elevating guys with him as well as himself rising to the top. And he is clearly a legitimate threat to win the AEW World Championship. And this won't be no gimmick reign. If you've been watching the show, like I said, he may deserve to be the world champion when it's all said and done. He is just telling brilliant stories. This father figure gimmick that he has is just absolutely amazing. And Kip Sabian, for him actually playing this role of letting Christian dog his father, when in real life his father actually died, I salute you, sir. You are playing the role, and I hope something comes out of this for you, sir. But next up, we get Yuka and Queen Aminata versus Mariah May and Serena Deeb. But it ends up in a DQ as Mariah May hits Yuka with the belt, not giving a damn about the match, and beating the absolute hell out of her, setting up their match in I think it's next week, maybe at Grand Slam. Yuka versus Mariah May for the AEW Women's World title. Mariah May just been on fire. Her commentary last week during Yuka's match, calling her a little kid. And who is this kid? Somebody get her parents. Dog, she is an incredible heel. She's got great wrestling skills. Her presence, she separated herself from Toni Storm. She is her own character right now, and she is absolutely killing it. And shout out to Serena Deeb, too. A lot of people don't give her credit. She is one hell of a women's wrestler. She's been doing tons of things behind the scenes, elevating women. She's been on the road, killing it. I really hope something eventually gets on the road for Serena as well. Maybe they can create another secondary women's title, a women's tag title, or something. But put Serena Deeb in the mix. But after that, we got Mina. She responds to Mariah May saying, "You've changed. I know you want me back in your corner, but I don't trust you." But she does declare, though, next week she will be in attendance to speak to Mariah May. I know they're going to fight. She's not going to be on her side, and I cannot wait for that match. Mina online has been killing it with her social media presence. She's been going viral for her moves lately online, and I really cannot wait to see her back on AEW television more consistently. She's an incredible character, and with the story that her and Mariah made, a backstory back in Stardom, they can do some damage right here and telling some good tales, putting on some good matches until Toni Storm or whoever is going to challenge her for that title steps forward. Next up, though, we finally get a hype package for Bryan Danielson and Nigel. This is what we should have got last week for marks like me who don't watch Ring of Honor. You could have explained to us a little better and got us on board sooner. But this video did just that. I am a little excited now. I've watched some. I had some people in my comments last week put me on game about Ring of Honor. They sent me some matches. I checked them out. Nigel and Danielson used to kill it. So if they can replicate what they did in Ring of Honor on AEW, this should be one hell of a match. And now, thank you, Tony, for telling me the story. Let me see the hype package. I am invested. We shall see what Nigel and Danielson can recreate from their Ring of Honor days. Next up, Private Party. God damn, I feel bad for these guys. Just when I said they need to get on the road, they fall right the hell off. They try to surprise Moxley, Claudio, and Marina coming to the ring. They try to jump them. But instead it backfires because Marina is just too much of a man for them. She takes them out along with Moxley and Claudio. They're beating the hell out of Private Party all over the ring. She's choking them out. Claudio's killing them. Commander, he comes out of nowhere trying to make a save. He dives over the ring. Claudio uppercuts him right to hell. Then they take Isaiah. God damn it, this motherfucker Moxley is a sick bastard. He goes into the damn toolbox, grabs a hammer. He's on the mic telling Private Party, you've been here for 5 years and you've done absolutely nothing. So I'm about to make you relevant, kid. You're going viral. Takes the hammer, slams it on Isaiah's hand, probably shattering his hand. He's probably going to show up next week to defend for his title defense with a cast. Lays him out. And as they go to attack them some more, to the save with his skateboard comes Darby Allin. Moxley slides into the ring. Claudio is about to go in there and help him, but Marina holds Claudio back like, let the boss take care of him. I love Marina's role right now in this China-like bodyguard role. It is so believable, and she is looking like a pure monster. When she gets done with the boys and goes back with the girls, she is going to seriously dominate that division. But Darby, he gets on the mic and tells Moxley that next week he's going to destroy him and head to fight Bryan Danielson and win the AEW World Championship. I don't know what's about to play out. If you asking me what I think's gonna happen, I think it's gonna be some shenanigans and it's gonna end up being a triple threat match. AEW, they love to do things like that when it's a number one contender match. They don't know who to pick. They just make a triple threat or a fatal four-way and everybody gets a shot. So I can see that happening, but if I had to pick who I want to win it, it has to be Moxley. I mean, you committed attempted murder on Bryan Danielson. There needs to be some type of payback, some type of continuation of the story. So Moxley and Danielson has to happen. But at the same time, I don't want to see Darby Allin get lost in the shuffle and knocked down as just some stepping stone. So hopefully they can tell this story to where everybody elevates in the process and not just Moxley and Danielson. Next up, though, we get a out cold vignette with Jack Perry. People giving Jack Perry a lot of shit for being a little twit, a little shithead, whatever you want to call it, and not believable, just riding off the coattail of what happened with him and CM Punk. But I'm liking what he's doing. Like, seriously, are you listening to his promos? Did you watch his match with Danielson? This kid is working hard. If you've been watching this from the beginning like me, from where he came with Jurassic Express, being Jungle Boy with a boy with his dinosaur, to the dark, menacing character that he is now, this is development A1 right here. Like, seriously, how can you not acknowledge this man's growth? And then he's got this hell of a catchphrase that I like, that he says, people like me are crucified in this life so that we can be worshiped in the next. The vignette gave me like a Crow, Sting, Dark Sting type of vibe, and I like it. I'm telling you, I don't see the shit that everybody is giving Jack Perry. I think he's absolutely killing it. If you want to just say the Bucks aren't killing it, I kind of agree with that. The Bucks are dropping the ball, but don't attach Jack Perry to them and what they're doing with the elite. Separate it. Look at his individual stuff, his matches, vignettes like tonight, and you will see clear as day. Jack Perry is a serious pillar here in AEW. Next up, though, we get a treat. Ricochet defeats the Beat Mortis in an incredible match. You can say what you want about Ricochet's presence, his dork-like commentary or mic skills, so I should say. You will never in a million years be able to question what this man can do from a wrestling standpoint in the squared circle. He is one of one. He is top tier. There is no other, and he cannot be matched. But we will see if that can be tested, because afterwards he's backstage with Will Ospreay telling him, I talked to Tony Khan. I know you got a tag team title match next week, but the week after, he's told me it will be Will Ospreay versus Ricochet for the International Championship. He goes on to bring up the history of the classic matches they've had in the past that changed the course of professional wrestling. It even got me excited. I remembered that match. But still, as much praise as I give Ricochet for in-ring, during this promo, there was moments where he was stuttering. There was moments where it's kind of like his words weren't clicking. Please, if somebody from AEW watches this show, take my advice. Get that man a manager. Let him go heel. Let him join with Don Callis. He can just take Will Ospreay's spot next week. They already don't like him. Let Kyle turn on him. Side with Ricochet. Put Ricochet with Don Callis. Not let him speak and just make him wrestle and just be an evil heel. My God, you can send that man's career to the moon with a true manager like Don Callis. Please let that happen. But regardless, that match is coming. I didn't want it this soon. I wanted more of a story build up. You know, AEW, they do give us what they want, what we want. When we want a match, when we want to see something, they make sure they give it to us. But sometimes I'm just a little worried they give it to us too soon and we don't get enough story, enough lead up. And that's what this feels like. So I'm just hoping that something happens, a heel turn. Like I said, Don Callis kicks Ospreay out, brings in Ricochet, and something like that starts to develop. I'm hoping. But speaking of heels, Hangman Adam Page comes down giving a menacing promo. He's got this new light effect coming down to the ring. It's like dark and red with the blood. During the promo, the lights in the audience, I've never seen that in no pro wrestling, where the promo had light effects in the back. That was pure genius, whoever put that together. But the lighting just gave the whole promo this vibe and mood, and he continued on his attack saying that he is going to make anyone and everyone pay who get in his way on his road to revenge with Swerve Strickland. Then he looks at Shivani and says, as a matter of fact, a few weeks ago, I heard you talking shit about me on the mic saying what I don't deserve and what I shouldn't have. And right when he's about to go attack Tony Schiavone, to the rescue comes Double J, Jeff Jarrett. They get into a scrap. All hell breaks loose. The security guards break them up. Jeff Jarrett grabs the mic and lets Hangman know, before it's all said and done and my career is over, it will be Hangman Adam Page and the last outlaw, Jeff Jarrett, one-on-one. I've been hearing rumors about Jarrett walking away, so this seems fitting. You walk away against Hangman, you give him a rub, you put him over. That is how wrestlers are supposed to go out. You pass the baton to the next man. He's the last outlaw. He's got that whole cowboy gimmick. He had it his whole life. So him retiring, handing that to Hangman Page, it's oh so fitting. A lot of people get Jeff Jarrett heat and AEW saying he's old. No, Jeff Jarrett is still a viable character who can do damage, put people over, and do what he's supposed to do, make the business better. So I'm looking forward to that match too. Hangman versus Jeff Jarrett. Sign me up. Next up, though, we got the main event. Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay with Takeshita defeats the Young Bucks and Okada, leading into their tag team match like I spoke about. Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay versus the Young Buck next week. And afterwards, like I say, planting seeds, Takeshita, Ospreay's looking at him like, we cool. Takeshita pushes his face. Don Callis gets in between them like, no, wait, this is money. So they might be already planting that seed, making churning on Ospreay next week, bringing Ricochet in as the heel in the group. That would be brilliant. Please head in that direction. But also, a side note, during this match, seeing Takeshita and Okada go at it, I really hope they continue this feud, keep it going, and give us a one-on-one match. We got teased at All Out with the four-way tag match. We got teased tonight with this triple tag team match, whatever you want to call it. We need Takeshita versus Okada, strong style, one-on-one soon. The story's being developed. The seeds are being planted. Just give us the goddamn match, please. But that was Dynamite for tonight. And on a scale of 1 to 10, solid show. Great wrestling, great storytelling. I probably it was an A show to me. I got to give it a 9.2 solid. Top to bottom, I really didn't have any problems. I love, once again, it seems like Moxley and his group are becoming the stars of AEW right now. Everything is being centered around them. They're telling the story week by week, adding little pieces, adding different people. Private Party got put into it this week. I'm loving it. We will see where it ends up. I've said before, I really believe at the end of this road will be Shane McMahon siding with Moxley to try to do some type of takeover at AEW. I could see that coming. And Moxley, like I said, he is the heart and soul of AEW. So who better to trust with something huge like this than Jon Moxley? But that's it for us today. Next time you will see us will be tomorrow. Coach DTM talking of the week. And then Saturday, you'll see the whole crew together for the SmackDown post show. We got a ton of stuff coming, ladies and gentlemen. I think now, I used to say every day of the week, we got something. I think 3 times every day of the week, we got something with Minx, Coach DTM, Ron T. the Icon, Chuck Jordan, and yours truly. We are bringing quality pro wrestling content to you every single day, almost every single hour of the day. It's what we do right here at the Holy Shhh Podcast.